Have you ever woken up one day, knowing exactly what you needed to do, but somehow you could not find the strength to begin? The way you speak to your own heart matters more than you may realize, especially during the difficult seasons of life. I was looking for a new member to join a Bible study group at my church, so I reached out to a friend of mine named Rick. I invited him to join us. He told me that he would actually like to, but at that moment, he was going through some difficulties, and he thought it would be better to decline the invitation. Rick is a successful professional. He is good at what he does. He has a loving family, so I became concerned and decided to ask him what was happening. He explained it to me in just a few words: discouragement, clients disappearing, and a lack of motivation to even leave home and go to work. As I always say, I cannot waste an opportunity to try to help someone. So I asked his permission to talk about what he was going through. And as a good friend, he allowed me. I started by going straight to the point. I told him, "Rick, when we cannot find external reasons to give us the strength to keep moving forward, sometimes we need to begin searching inside ourselves. And one of the first places we should start is with our words, because words have power." Rick, I usually give advice to my friends, but this time, I want you to give advice to yourself. My friend looked confused. So I continued. Speak words of encouragement over your own life. Remind yourself of the blessings you still have. Feed your heart with faith. Do not use your own words to destroy the hope God placed inside you. I continued talking to Rick. I said, sometimes the words of faith and courage you are waiting to hear from someone else need to begin inside your own heart. So do not wait until the world encourages you. Start reminding yourself of what God has already placed within you. Tell yourself, I can face this day. I can overcome this challenge. God has not abandoned me. My story is not finished. When you speak words of faith, your heart begins to remember that better days are possible. If you are searching for peace, for a new opportunity, for love, or for a new direction in your life, start your morning believing that God is still working. But Rick, words alone are not enough. You need to believe. Speak with faith. Pray with faith. And then, take the steps you need to take. And never forget something important. Be thankful, because God hears you. This is one of the promises written in the first letter of John chapter 5, verses 14 and 15. And this is the confidence that we have toward Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. You may think this only happens to you, but I have been through moments like this too. And many people in our community have faced the same struggles. I feel more at peace when I share my difficulties with God through prayer, because I feel the strength I need coming from above. And when we know there is someone greater than us listening, everything feels different. A new strength begins to grow inside our hearts. A strength that reminds us we still have reasons to keep going. But there is something important we need to understand. Talking to God is not only about asking Him to remove every problem from our lives. Sometimes it is about asking Him to open our eyes so we can see the solutions we could not see before. And after that, we ask Him for the strength and courage to take the right steps. If you are asking God for a miracle in your life, you must also be willing to become part of that miracle. I can tell you this: the strength that comes from God gives us reasons to continue. It gives us courage to face the obstacles in front of us. and even the challenges that may still come. Rick heard those words, and with sadness in his voice, he said, "Well, I know a lot about obstacles." At that moment, I realized I could not allow words of discouragement to take control of our conversation. So I continued. I told him, "That's good, Rick, because obstacles can become opportunities for growth. Sometimes, the small choices we make every day are exactly what help us overcome the biggest difficulties. At home or at work, try to look at the habits that seem harmless, but may be holding you back. Do not avoid difficult conversations forever. When you have the opportunity, try to solve what needs to be solved, because every step you take can help free you from something that has been keeping you in the same place. You were created to grow. You were created to move forward. You were created to be free. Free from the limitations that fear created inside your own mind. And if your current situation is making you feel discouraged or worried about the future, maybe this is the moment to try something new. Maybe it is time to stop postponing that project, that idea, that new path you have been thinking about. Because one of those steps may be exactly the door God will use to lead you toward the future you have been praying for." After our conversation, Rick seemed more confident. Then he asked me if I would be willing to help him. I answered in a way that made him understand he had someone by his side. But at the same time, I wanted him to discover the strength God had already placed within him. I told him, "Rick, I believe I can help you with words of encouragement, but real change begins when you decide to take action in your own life. You have talent, you have courage, and if today you feel stuck, unable to move forward, maybe there's only one thing missing: faith. Faith in God, and faith in the strength He placed inside you. Because you need to remember something: you're never walking alone. Talent, courage, and faith can transform you into someone who is not easily stopped by the difficulties of life." I want to finish our conversation with the words written by the Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 16:13. "Be on your guard. Stand firm in the faith. Be courageous. Be strong." This verse is almost like a direct reminder that we must strengthen ourselves through faith. You are stronger than you think. And with God's help, you will find reasons to make your days better. Believe. After those words, Rick accepted the invitation to join our church group. And today, he is more motivated than ever. If you felt that this message touched your heart, leave a word in the comments. And if you believe someone out there needs to hear this message today, share it with them. If you would like a personal prayer, or if you feel the need to share the struggles you are facing, you can write to me. My email address is in the description of this channel. I will personally read and answer every message, and everything you share will remain completely private. Do not lose your faith. God is preparing a path for you. Amen.